Hello, Mariah Sincardi here with TLN News, bringing you the latest on Australia's crackdown on child exploitation. Gaps inevitably exist between the law and technology due to the rapid advancements of technology. This leaves the law struggling to keep up. Digital technology is information recorded in binary code numbers of 0 and 1, representing words and images, and increasing the speeds of digitization. The emergence of faster, advanced technology has become the highest contender for the abuse of children online. Vulnerable children are easy targets for predators because of the internet. The ever-increasing crime of online child exploitation is a monstrosity most commonly found in the Western world, the highest rates found in Australia, Britain, and the United States. Divisions 270 and 271 of the Commonwealth Criminal Code Act of 1995 deal with the unlawful sexualization and trafficking of people. Inevitably, the law is lagging behind the developments of technology, advancing the sexual trafficking of children in most countries of the world. The emergence of new social media apps and sites is generating great concern for the rapid increase in the online exploitation of children. The internet offers anonymity the perpetrators need to protect themselves against government officials and to lure in their vulnerable victims. A common way to achieve this anonymity is with Tor Project. Tor Project is a downloadable browser that conceals internet users' identities and all their online activity from any form of surveillance and traffic analysis through the separation of their identification and routing. This is implemented through onion routing, a network for those seeking anonymous communication that encapsulates all technological data with layers of encryption and bounces it across many servers. A commonly used website that is part of Tor Project is Lolita City. This is a website where anyone can view or distribute child pornography in the knowledge that they are completely anonymous. Due to the age and outcome the victims face, these crimes are serious and dangerous in nature. The crime covered under Sector 270 of the Commonwealth Criminal Act of 1995 is defined as the criminalization of slavery, the condition of any persons over whom any powers attaching to the rights of ownership exercised. There is universal jurisdiction over these slavery offences, meaning that it is applicable even if the conduct occurred outside of Australia. It is also applicable if the perpetrator in question is not of Australian citizenship or residency. Sector 271 of Criminal Code defined as the specific offence of trafficking persons, which includes the provisions for trafficking people into, out of, and within Australia, specifically for domestic trafficking, organ trafficking, and trafficking children, which fulfills the obligations under Protocol to Prevent, Suppress, and Punish Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, which is a supplement to the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organised Crime. Though the government has made moves in preventing the exploitation of children via the Criminal Code Act, the anonymity provided through the internet enables many perpetrators to slip through the flaws in the system. The facilitation of child exploitation is due to the availability of the internet. The Commonwealth legislation contains the offences of people who exploit children via the internet, telephone or post. This creates many offences relating to child pornography material, child abuse material, and the procuring and grooming of children under the ages of 16 to engage in sexual activity. Through the use of networks, the distribution of material is becoming more sophisticated, as is encryption and online access. Hundreds of images of children getting raped and abused are found within cases of the pornographic industry, but due to technology are hard to trace. The Commonwealth also has laws against internet sexual offences, child pornography, and sexual offences committed by Australians while they are overseas. The Australian government has strengthened laws against child sexual exploitation. There are two key legislations that deal with the exploitation of children. These are the Customs Act of 1901 and the Criminal Code Act of 1995. These legislations cover the deplorable offences of Section 474.19, Criminal Code, use carriage service for child pornography material, Section 474.26, Criminal Code, use carriage service to procure person under 16 years of age, Section 474.27a, Criminal Code, use carriage service to transmit indecent communication to a person under 16 years of age, as well as Section 233 BAB, Customs Act 1901, importation of Tier 2 goods. If a person has broken Section 233 BAB, they could face up to 10 years imprisonment. If found breaking Section 474.27a, they face at least 7 years imprisonment. If found breaking Section 474.19 and Section 474.26, the imprisonment time could be up to 15 years. When caught breaking more than one of these sections, imprisonment could be up to 40 years. Factoring in the charges of rape and sex with a minor, perpetrators may face life imprisonment. The exploitation of children affects more than the victim and the perpetrators. Key stakeholders within this crime are also affected by this facilitation. Attorneys that take up the case, criminal justice practitioners, all forms of law enforcement, healthcare practitioners, social service providers and task forces, educators, governments and businesses and financial institutions. These stakeholders are key contributors of the step process of imprisoning perpetrators. Those that notice the signs and report them, those that research and plan the case, those that take it to court, and those that judge it, as well as those involved in the tracking down and arrest of the perpetrators, and those who deal with the aftermath of the horrible ordeal. Though Australia does have legislations that deal with child exploitation, it can be concluded that these laws are not doing enough in the ways of catching and punishing all perpetrators. There needs to be a push to investigate into anonymous websites and downloadable content offering anonymity to any who seek it, and imprison those involved with anything like a Tor project, onion routing, and especially websites like Lolita City. These investigations should be further spread to investigate the online community in America and England, as well as Australia, as they are also leading countries in the facilitation of child exploitation.